As Player of the Year frontrunner Kenyon Martin and #1 ranked Cincinnati host DePaul and All-American Quentin Richardson. Next on ABC. And welcome to ABC's presentation of Payne Weber College basketball from the Shoemaker Center in Cincinnati, where the Bearcats have won 41 straight games at home. Welcome, everyone. John Saunders and Digger Phelps. When you look at these two teams, you look at Martin and Richardson, who both almost averaged double-doubles.
But the key double-double today for DePaul has got to be Stephen Hunter, who last weekend at Charlotte had 27 points, 10 rebounds. But Lance Williams of DePaul has got to get his game going. 14 points, 8 rebounds a game last year. He's got to do it today. If DePaul has any shot of points in the paint, it's got to be Hunter and Williams getting it done for DePaul. All
right, out to the game in a moment. Let's check a couple of scores already done as UCLA stumbles at Syracuse. They end a 2-game losing streak, and Kentucky gets walloped at LSU.
Kentucky's had a rough week on the road, loss at Florida, now at LSU. They got to get home to Lexington and regroup.
We will have more scores and highlights at halftime, but up next, Kenyon Martin. Double-double we talked about, 18 points and over 9 rebounds per game. He's taken on DePaul, and it's coming up next.
This is the year, my friend, we get off the bunny trail. Oh, yeah? 57. You're not going to be sick on the weekend, all right? You're going to be good. I'm going to take care of you right now. What's the deal? Here we go.
Tylenol cold. He doesn't know it's the only cold medicine with the brand of pain reliever doctors recommend most.
She looks pretty sick. What do you think?
He just knows it's a sure shot for saving the weekend. All's well that ends well. Tylenol cold. Take comfort in our strength.
Dear men, please don't be fooled by all the heart-shaped boxes of candy out there for Valentine's Day. There's really only one. Russell Stover, with the incredibly rich blend of 3 kinds of chocolate. But nobody can do quite like Russell Stover. It's not just the box. It's what's inside your heart that matters. Nobody does chocolate like Russell Stover does chocolate.
If you can't stop here, stop here for genuine Midas brakes. Now just $69.95 after rebate. Guaranteed nationwide for as long as you own your car. Next stop, go Midas.
I'm too sexy. I'm too sexy. I'm too sexy for the drive-thru. And I'm too sexy for my car seat. Too sexy for the groceries. Too sexy for the dry cleaning. Introducing the newly updated Camry. So stylish it could go to your head. I'm too sexy for the slow lane. Too sexy for the neighbors. Too sexy for the car wash. Too sexy.
Wednesday, Drew's first love has returned, and Kate's not pleased.
I don't like the idea of you having lunch alone with an old girlfriend.
Just gonna have lunch and some cheap, sweaty sex.
Then on Spin City, the battle for Caitlin rages on.
I am here for you.
Oh. Actually, you know what? I'll be out here for you. But Drew Carey Show in Spin City. All new. See you Wednesday on ABC.
Cincinnati is rocking. Ken Griffey is coming to town. And the Cincinnati Bearcats are ranked #1. 41 straight victories here at the Shoe. And this team is dreaming of a national championship. He goes coast to coast. Peter Michael, the king. He's the real deal center field.
Johnson wants to go baseline. What a night he's having.
They want to own the streets of the Queen City. A showdown in Conference USA. Cincinnati, unbeaten in conference games, hosting the DePaul Blue Demons. Welcome, everybody. With Dick Vitale, I'm Brent Musburger. Dick, I tell you, there is such a buzz in the air in this city, not only about baseball, but college hoops, and we got a couple of primetime guys in this one.
I tell you, Brent, we got 2 PT peers, 2 of the 5 best players in America, all Rolls Roycers. You talk about Kenyon Martin, you talk about Cincinnati's dominator. He's an inside, effective offensive player. He's really improved his skills offensively. He's even added range to his jump shot, and we know he can be a slam jam bammer, and what a shot blocker. He is a dominator defensively. And on the other side, Quentin Richardson, the Q-man from Chicago, Super South, has had a brilliant career in his first 2 years at DePaul. He's going to have to play big today. This is going to be special, Mr. Musburger. We got some stars. I'm ready. You ready?
Yes, sir. The Toyota starting lineups, and Richardson, an 18-point average per game, and he'll be defended by one of the most underrated players in the country, Pete Michael, number 32. Remember his name. He's 6'6", a senior. Kenyon Martin gets all the accolades, but the guy who does the dirty work frequently is number 32. And Martin trying to fire the crowd up at the shoe right now, saying, let's go.
He's being a cheerleader. He wants to add that to his resume. He's my choice, Brent, unless he has an unbelievable combo to be the National Player of the Year.
7-footer Stephen Hunter will jump against Kenyon.
Hunter's got a world of potential.
Controlled by the top-ranked Bearcats, and here they come.
Man-to-man defense by DePaul.
Satterfield has it knocked away and turns it over, and Brad Doherty, I'll tell you, Kenyon Martin, he's got the whole package, doesn't he, partner?
I'll tell you what, Brent, the most impressive thing about Kenyon Martin was watching him warm up. He's like a fast-burning fuse. He goes hard every play, and he's not only the best player in the country, he's the most improved player in the country.
Richardson with the first shot for DePaul. Michael, the first rebound defensively.
Michael's a big-time winner, Brent. I know you like winners. He won his first 72 games as a junior college player and led Indian Hills to 2 national titles.
Satterfield cuts to the hole. Off the glass, beautiful kiss.
New York City schoolboy sensation earned the right to be the starter over Logan because of the way he was practicing.
Burno to the corner for the Blue Demons.
Burno from out of St. Anthony's in Jersey City, played for Bob Hurley.
Richardson far away. Michael keeps him there, helps with the sideline. Hartfield comes to the left baseline now for the Demons. Martin yanks down the defensive board.
He really attacks the glass.
First foul on DePaul.
Satterfield's got that unique quickness that he can really push the ball up the floor. 2 coaches that are firing. We got the Irishman, Pat Kennedy, and on the other side, the shy, the very quiet, and very silent Mr. Huggins.
Johnson takes it out into Martin's hands, knocked away again. So very active defensively is Burno so far in this game. He's forced 1 turnover already, and he knocks that ball out of bounds.
He can really create havoc. He likes to harass. He's a very tenacious guy on the defensive end. His key today is going to be handling the basketball against Cincinnati.
He would not let Satterfield touch it on that inbounds pass either, so Michael has to come out.
Look at these 2 warriors going head-to-head, Richardson and Michael.
From the paint. Out. And a rebound by Michael coming back, and it's blocked by Hunter.
Hunter from out of Proviso East, out in Illinois. Outstanding future he has. Had 27 and 10 the other day.
The 3, Burno.
That's a big plus if they make the perimeter shot. I'll tell you why the perimeter shot's big against Cincinnati. Because you'll get very little inside, 5 against 5, with Martin anchoring the defense.
A fast pace. Remember, Cincinnati breaks early. Johnson flies, misses the jump shot off to the left. Martin, an offensive rebound. Again, a miss underneath. And out comes Burno. He's got Martin now between him and the glass. He'll wait for help.
I'll tell you one thing, Brent. These kids aren't going to be intimidated. The ball. These kids
got a
feel
mismatch underneath, Dick.
But they're holding down on the other end. They're holding away from the ball.
Great fake. And nailing the J is Hartfield. DePaul. And Let's go back to the quick starts that Cincinnati has had this year. This is not what they're accustomed to, especially at home.
They usually dominate people early in the game, but right now you got a situation where DePaul has jumped out and is not intimidated at all.
Michael's cut off. That shows you how well they have played in the first half. Tate inside, easy.
He's a guy that plays around the basket inside, Tate. Transferred from out of Ohio State. Gets a lot of garbage on the offensive glass.
Now Satterfield's back on Burno. Richardson being hounded by Michael. Touches it on the outside. Gets inside, but has to give it up again. Here's Hunter. Oh, by Kenyon. Hello. Hartfield, though, can't make him pay from three-point range.
That's what you got to do. You better make that perimeter shot. You're not going to get anything inside the lane.
The left-handed Jay. Is he smooth? Number 32. I like him. Were you right about him there?
I'll tell you, he's a marquee player. He likes the big matchup. He really gets turned on with the spotlight on him.
Richardson under pressure that time, doesn't get the friendly roll, and I'll tell you, Michael is all over Richardson defensively in this game. Almost, he did turn it over, no question. He was up in the air, lost control of the ball, and on the turnover, and go to DePaul.
You're going to watch Martin on the inside. Here's the drive by Richardson on the baseline. He dumps it inside to Hunter. And there goes Mr. Martin. Oh, I don't know. Maybe a little goaltending there. Maybe should have been a deuce there. I don't know, Mr. Musburger. Kind of got away with one.
Very close, huh?
Reputation.
Now, Richardson struggling just to get good shots here against Michael in the early going. That's been one of our storylines. Richardson's handling the ball again on top. Dishes it inside to Hunter on the smooth turnaround. The 7-footer getting better every game.
He's a diaper dandy. He had 21 points and 10 rebounds against Duke and really played well, and his confidence is getting bigger and bigger with each game.
Crowd a little quiet. They're more accustomed to an early blowout. Cincinnati's a double-digit favorite in this game. They hit Logan on a cut left hand. No! Hello, Kenyon!
Hello, Kenyon Martin, the K-Man. He's a killer around the glass. National Player of the Year. Everybody out there singing his praises, and what a mature decision he made to come back to school.
Away from the ball, the whistle. Huggins didn't like it. But he's not going to change anybody's mind. We're going to take a break here. 15:29 to go. The Bearcats lead the Blue Demons 8-7.
Let's see. College in 4 years. Costs up 40% over the next 5. Somebody do the math here.
It'd be great if our money would grow as fast as these kids. I can't believe.
Will paying for college be as painful as this? It's getting ugly.
Hey, that kid just dropped a pretzel? Because I like pretzels. I really like
We'll be able to help with their education.
I wonder if we should have put that money in a trust. Maybe we would have.
I hope she was kidding about college in Hawaii.
Thank you, Painweber.
Mom, look at that. That is the one I want.
Sweetie.
Everybody's got one.
We can't get that now.
Come on.
Honey, what did I say?
Check this out.
No.
I haven't gotten a toy in so long. Come on.
No.
I have to get that.
Little kids get what they want.
Sweetie.
Shouldn't you?
Okay.
Yes. Woo!
Solara. An entirely different kind of Camry. It's for you.
Thanks so much. I love you. You're the best in the world. Thanks.
Hey, did you get them brakes at Pep Boys?
Yeah, I did.
I appreciate it.
Pep Boys for quality parts and brake service from $69.99. No rebate necessary.
Pep Boys.
Cars like us.
People love us.
When you coach the junior gymnastics team, you do most of the exercise, so muscle aches are out of the question. That's why I take Advil every time. This is a very safe sport, as long as I can keep up. So I trust Advil. Absolutely nothing's been proven stronger in even tough pain. These kids depend on me, and I depend on Advil.
Advil, stronger than pain.
And for kids, nothing relieves fevers faster than Children's Advil.
NCAA basketball presented by Payne Weber on ABC Sports. Brought to you by Payne Weber. Thank you, Payne Weber. Toyota, making it happen every day. And Beck's, a beer apart.
Well, historically, DePaul has struggled here at Shoemaker. They're only 1-8, but they are protecting the basketball here. No turnovers, and my ace stats man, Mike McCall, straightens out that last whistle. It was a double foul, both Hunter and Fletcher picking up fouls down there. So that was why there was confusion on the floor, Dick.
There's Bobby Huggins, 9 consecutive years, winning 20 or more games. Went to the Final Four in '92 when they had Nick Van Exel and company, a fiery competitor on that sideline. He's in on every play.
They got Hunter out, and they tried to go inside low to Richardson, and nothing doing that time. They ran a play off the timeout. The big man stepped out for him, but it is Cincinnati basketball. They lead it by a point.
I think he was thinking about footsteps of Kenyon Martin rotating over.
An offensive foul is called, so it will be turned over. So Steve Logan.
Normally a steady player. Here's to take a look at Logan. One-on-one right now. He gets the push. No doubt about it. You can't get away with that. Dave Libby right there on the call.
Back outside. The open look, miss, rebound Cincinnati. So Simmons had an open look and couldn't knock it down.
Bobby Simmons, multi-dimensional. You're going to like him too, Brant. He does so many things on the floor. He's a special player, getting better and better.
Ryan Fletcher is also on the floor for the first time for Cincinnati. In fact, he came in at the previous break. He's handling the ball right now.
He can shoot the basketball from deep. Big, 6'9", 245, has great range as a shooter.
Speaking of a shooter, how's that for a touch for a big man?
You know, last year he couldn't make that shot. Last year he struggled offensively. In fact, in 2 games against DePaul, he had a total of 6 points.
Richardson on the drive, and it's turned over. Logan's got it. Cincinnati up 3 and looking for more right now. Here they come. Logan to the rack. Left hand, no. But there is Fletcher back. Yes, strong. Rebound for Ryan Fletcher.
I tell you, it's nice when you can go to your bench and bring guys in like Fletcher and Logan. Experienced players. A TO, baby, by the DePaul Blue Demons.
Most impressive stretch of the game so far for the Bearcats. Timeout.
They think the market's going to go up 20% next year. What are they
Tickets, folks. I'm out.
I keep reading about tax-efficient investing. Should I be doing that?
Everybody else seems to.
Let's see. Rates are falling. Inflation's low. More stocks or more bonds.
Hey. Oh, man.
This investment strategy is for you. Great. Just for me and 5 million other people.
Thank you, Payne Weber.
Tests have shown that some brake pads can take more than 20 feet longer to stop a car.
An independent lab developed D3EA, the only lab test which determines if brake pads are consistent with federal safety standards. Raybestos professional-grade brakes are D3EA certified.
What was 20 feet from you after your last sudden stop? So demand Raybestos and look for this seal.
Raybestos, the best in brakes.
A significant discovery in eye health may be lutein, a nutrient found in these healthy foods. Now Centrum has the only leading multivitamins with lutein to help maintain your precious sight. Centrum Silver, now more complete with lutein.
Michelin, because so much is riding on your tires.
Thank you.
They said they'd find the real killer.
I trust you.
I know. Now that could backfire.
Make that woman a promise, now we're gonna lock her other son up.
All new NYPD Blue, ABC Tuesday.
Well, Coming up on the AutoBytel.com halftime report, John Saunders and Digger Phelps back in our studios. They'll tell you all about the SEC showdown. LSU, a winner today, and some interconference battles that are going on. Maryland Temple, UCLA, Syracuse. Syracuse snapping its losing streak today against the Bruins. You know, Dick, it is surprising. Look at the rebounding stats. Cincinnati 10, DePaul 3, and that's one of DePaul's strengths.
Yeah, DePaul really outstanding rebounding team, and one of the real areas of concern, Bobby Huggins talking to me before the game, was rebounding. He said, we're not rebounding to our potential. They are here this afternoon.
Quentin Richardson is 0 for 3, hasn't scored yet. Short on the shot, one and out. Another defensive rebound for the Bearcats. They lead at 12-7, 13-45. This has been an impressive stretch ever since Huggins went to the bench.
Yeah, his bench has been very productive, and they're really executing well, getting high percentage shots.
There's Martin on a smooth turnaround.
That's amazing.
He's 3 for 3, 6 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 block shot.
I'll tell you, it's amazing looking at him and how much he has improved offensively. He was really limited offensively in his first 3 years of college. What a great decision he made to come back to school.
McPherson for the DePaul team on the floor, and traveling is the call. Lance Williams turns it over.
Lance Williams really struggling. He's playing with a lot of pain right now. Not getting a lot of minutes. Averaged 14 a game, as Digger talked about earlier in the pregame show. Rebounded about 7 a game. Broke his foot on the second day of practice, and really not in the game conditioning that it likes to be. But he's in a lot of pain and playing with pain.
This is a 12-2 Cincinnati run over the last 4 minutes. And that's the first miss by Martin in the game. And DePaul will attempt to make him pay for it. Quickly to the attack. Here's McPherson, loses it. And DePaul is playing so sloppy right now.
They're anticipating all the time. Mr. Martin rotating over. Pat Kennedy's club told us yesterday we got to make some perimeter shots. They're trying to challenge right there, Martin. They see him rotating over, and they're thinking about him. They say, oh, this Kenyon Martin. Thou shalt not enter thy lane.
14-7. 12:41 to go in the first half.
Simmons and Mr. Richardson going to have to make some ring jump shots.
The entry. And it's stolen from Martin, and out of bounds tumbles Bruno. Cincinnati basketball.
You got to love the little guy. Diving, hustling, scrapping on the floor.
Look at the comparison between our two prime time guys.
Richardson,
the difference, huh?
Yeah, he says, please don't show that 0 for 3. I mean, in baseball, you can have a bad night 0 for 3 and come back and go 3 for 4. But in basketball, it really hurts you. There's baseball mania going on in this city. Oh.
Can't get good tickets. They were in line for hours after they closed the Griffey deal. Here's Michael up over the top with a left hand. Defensive board by McPherson.
The one problem Cincinnati's had a little bit this year is focusing and staying really attentive and executing consistently.
Let me check that, Dick, at that other end. That was, obviously, it was Richardson who pulled that down. And the foul is going to go against Cincinnati. Ryan Fletcher picks it up. That's his second.
Look at Bobby Huggins.
Huh?
Oh, is he intense? Oh, is he intense?
The face of a defensive line coach. His basketball team is #1. Timeout.
They think the market's going to go up 20% next year.
What are the tickets, folks? I'm out. I keep reading about tax-efficient investing. Should I be doing that? Everybody else seems to.
Let's see. Rates are falling. Inflation's low. More stocks or more bonds.
Hey. Oh, man. This investment strategies for you. Great. Just for me and 5 million other people.
Thank you, Payne Weber.
Freedom. Control. What a ride. Just you and your laptop. Log on to AutoBytel.com for dealer cost info, reviews, and a low, no-haggle price. It's a hassle-free trip. AutoBytel.com. The road to your next car.
This might be a good time to talk about the Michelin X1. Thanks to Michelin technology, it gives you long mileage and better wet braking than any rain tire. And that should make everyone on a wet road happy.
America Online new version 5.0. The easiest just got easier.
Plug it in and you're good to go.
Even my grandpa can do it.
AOL's got it all.
You've got mail, you've got pictures.
Check your stocks.
There's always someone to call if you need help.
Everyone I know is on AOL.
Instant messages are the coolest. 80 people on my buddy list.
We've spent over $1 billion to create the largest high-speed network to make AOL faster and easier than ever.
If I knew it was this easy, I would have started a long time ago.
America Online, so easy to use, no wonder it's #1. Call now and we'll sign you up right over the phone.
Coach K and the Duke Blue Devils battle ACC rival NC State. ABC's NCAA basketball, Saturday at 1:30 Eastern, 12:30 Central.
Hey, Brent, one of the reasons they dominated at home, would have won 41 in a row, the second-best winning streak, is Mr. Martin. Here he is as the enforcer inside. There he is from the offensive rebounding side. And now we see the little jump shot. What an improved offensive player. His skills have just improved immeasurably as you look at his numbers against UAB. His career high, 16 rebounds in that game and 7 block shots. And that was the first loss of UAB at home. They got beat yesterday by Tulane at home.
Donald Little off the Cincinnati bench, number 50 wearing goggles, and there is the 4th turnover in the last 6 minutes for DePaul. They have 1 field goal during that time span. They are 1 for 6 from the field with 4 turnovers. Just a horrible stretch for DePaul.
They have no chance to win this game unless Quentin Richardson gets really on track. He's got to start putting points on the board for them. They feed off his ability.
Logan looking for somebody to come free. They can't get an entry pass here. Shot clock inside 10. Satterfield rolls in.
Feeding him to the glass, Brent. They're really attacking the glass. Nobody blocking out. And DePaul, normally a very good rebounding basketball team.
Searching for something. McPherson can't make it fall. It is 1 and out. And the Blue Demons being dominated. Back out of the air. Crowd wanted goaltending. Here comes Richardson, trying to flow to the open floor, and it's knocked away and out of bounds. Trying to create something from baseline to baseline. The crowd thought he was illegal here. Did you think this was basket interference, Dick?
No, not really, because I don't think it had a chance to go in. Didn't have really a chance to go in. Very close, though. Closer than I thought.
Hartfield misses the 3, and finally an offensive rebound. Burno with that open look and a putback. Yes.
That's a big one right there by the little guy.
All made possible by an offensive rebound.
One of the best offensive rebounders in America is Quentin Richardson. That is his strong suit.
Now DePaul can put something together. It'll be 5 on 4. They got a mismatch underneath. And a great block. Johnson, no, too good. Commits the personal. DePaul shooting free throws.
Well, if you're going to attack inside, now's the time to attack before Mr. Martin comes in, but he's ready to come back in. Bobby Huggins not waiting too long. There's a look right there. Simmons going to take it up strong, and here comes DeMar Johnson with the contact.
That was pretty close to being clean, too, wasn't it?
Yeah, really good play. Good effort.
Now, E. Simmons here at the free throw line. He'll shoot a pair. If I'm not mistaken, this is our first free throw being shot. It is.
He's had several big games. Had a 19-17 game, 19 points, 17 rebounds. Really, Jimmy Boeheim saw him play in an international competition and loved him. Loved this young guy. He's got a world of talent. There's a look at Lance Williams. Your heart's got a feel for him. He's playing with a lot of pain. That broken foot hasn't totally healed yet. He's trying to give him minutes.
The franchise is back, Dick. Kenyon the Warrior Martin is back for the Bearcats.
You know, you and I were talking about how he made a mature decision. I asked the question, where are they today? Guys like Rashad Griffin, guys like Luther Wright, guys like, for example, Marcus Liberty, Anderson Hunt. So many guys make bad decisions.
You know, Dick, a little bit of a mini run could be brewing here for DePaul. Let's see if Martin can end that right now as he looks in on the defense.
He's asking a lot for the kid to play up. Hunter, a freshman, asking a lot for him to challenge the superstar national contender player of the year.
Tate backing Simmons down, has it knocked away, gave it up. Great help by Burno, runs the floor, tries for the layup, no, but a putback, no. Third, no. 4, still can't get it to fall, and nobody will run out. Here comes Satterfield. field.
Oh, what a 4-point turnaround, Brent Musburger. What a 4-point turnaround. Berno should have thrown a little hook pass back to Richardson as a trail man, and they had a layup.
Back to 7, 18-11. Richardson missing again, still scoreless in this game. Here they come, the Bearcats. Dive for the loose ball. DePaul's got it. Hartfield, and it'll be Hunter, and he traveled, took that extra step before he put it down.
I'll tell you, I look at Hunter and I see so much potential, just like Illinois now with Brian Cook. Ron Kruger's club really heating up right now. We're a disappointment, I thought, earlier, but now it seems like they really got their rhythm. They got Mr. Griffin back, but I love the upside of Hunter and of Cook of Illinois. What a future both guys have.
4 of 18.
Wow. That's not going to get it done when you play the #1 team in America in their own facility, Mr. Musburger.
Well, they won 41 in a row.
I don't call too many people Mr., but I call you Mr.
I'd like that respect.
Well, you know, you pick up the tab, I call you Mr. Hello.
Nice shot by DeMar Johnson.
Hello, that's the young man, the diaper dandy, who can go inside, outside. He's multi-dimensional. Oh, the Bearcats are on fire. They even got Sandy Koufax in the house, a former Bearcat today. You and I met and talked to him.
So a reminder that next week at 3:30 Eastern, 12:30 Pacific, you will see Miami against UConn, presented by Payne Weber. And out west, UCLA against Arizona. And then New Mexico against Utah. That will only be shown now on the West Coast. It's part of a doubleheader on ABC's NCAA basketball, presented by Payne Weber. So that is the lineup next week.
You and I are going to be here next week for a real showdown when Temple comes in, and Temple beat Cincinnati last year in the NCAA tournament. The NCAA has not been too kind to the Bearcats. The last few years, they've been knocked out in the second round. They were knocked out by Temple last year, the year before to West Virginia, Iowa State, who is the biggest surprise in America, and nobody knows about them. They won 20 games and only lost 3.
Berno comes around the top. Cincinnati's biggest lead of the game, 8:52, and it's 21-11. Richardson, finally.
And that's where he has really improved his game, Brent. I know we haven't seen it here early, but he's improved his range as a shooter. The Super South.
This is what Dick was talking about, the second round losses by Cincinnati to Iowa State, West Virginia, and Temple. Kenyon Martin, I think, partially blocked. Boy, is Berno active with his hands. Here comes Hartfield on the lob. Oh! What a pass to the 7-footer, Stephen Hunter.
Oh, Mr. Hunter, is he going to be special in a Blue Demon uniform?
That's a foul against Cincinnati. No question. Offensive foul. They picked Berno off a little too aggressively, and Martin just walks back down to the other end.
Take a look at this lob. There's the lob. Now look at the catch. Look at the jam. That's a diaper dandy. Up, and away. All the Chicago Scribe are going to be writing about this kid in the future. They're all here today. Mr. Moran, Mr. Tellender's in the house. We got them all in town.
Baker with the basketball. Huggins yelling for a double dribble violation.
I don't see Mariotti here. Where's Jay Mariotti? He's not in town.
Probably making money with a radio show somewhere. Here's Richardson penetrating, up firing. No. Cincinnati.
I love Richardson. I just love his game. He's a competitor, a fierce fighter, just having a bad day shooting the ball against one of the unsung defensive dynamos in America, Pete Michael.
Tate was looking entry pass and fouled by Simmons.
You got to have warriors on your team, guys that are mentally tough and physically tough. In Carroll at Duke, Michael and Matson at Stanford provide that.
We'll take a timeout. Cincinnati leading 21-16.
Tacoma 4x4. There's no bigger rush.
If you can't stop here,
Stop here for genuine Midas brakes. Now just $69.95 after rebate. Guaranteed nationwide for as long as you own your car. Next stop, go Midas.
So, how's the food here?
Great, Mom. Pizza every day.
That's what I was afraid of.
Oh, it's not what you had in college, Mom. It's Papa John's.
But you need variety.
Variety? That's Papa's choice. You get 5 toppings for $9.99.
What about your veggies?
Their veggies are great, especially the fresh baby portobello mushrooms.
Order Papa's Choice, a large pizza with your choice of 5 toppings for a meager $9.99.
I'm living better than I ever did at home.
I wouldn't say that.
Sorry, Slugger. Sold out.
Better luck next time.
Bark if you're going to watch 101 Dalmatians. 101 Dalmatians, ABC tonight at 7, 6 Central.
I tell you, when you talk about toughness, Pete Michael brings it to the table. Assess Mr. Michael, Brad Daugherty.
I tell you, what he does really well is he forces Mr. Richardson laterally. Look at him continue with the pressure, forcing Quentin Richardson to take a tough jump shot. He's done it all night. He's probably the best defender, ground-bound defender, on the Cincinnati basketball team.
Yeah, Brad, and Richardson's only 1 of 6 from the field, but he does have 5 rebounds. We should not look past how well he rebounds for Coach Kennedy and DePaul.
And don't look past the fact they're only down 5.
Yeah, exactly. They're
they
still
haven't shot the ball.
Here, aren't they?
They're tough kids. They're tough kids from out of Chicago. They went back to the streets of Chicago like Ray
Satterfield. Loose. Got it back. Satterfield inside. Yes, got the bounce. Jermaine Tate.
Jermaine Tate, a little hesitant right there, but a great look by Satterfield. He has a special feel for the game. He's a New York Street playground point guard who really understands how to play.
Ball's in Baker's hands. He gets it over to Hartfield. Hartfield with that quick first step down into the paint. And the whistle, no basket.
Pat Kennedy, we saw him at Morton's last night, tried to get him to pick up the tab, but he didn't do it, so you picked up the tab. You took care of Daugherty, myself, and our producer, Mark Loomis, and Mr. Drew Esikoff.
You know, I know I had a few Budweisers, but I didn't have that many. I think it was our producer.
Oh, really?
Yes.
You mean I'm commending you and you didn't pick him up?
I did.
Oh, well, you picked up the cab, Ron. At least you're honest.
Cincinnati's ball out of bounds. 23-16, they lead it here. 6:58.
All right, you can't have fun here. I'll tell you, this is just such a great environment right now. 41 in a row. The biggest win streak is 50. Our guy, Rick Majerus, down in Utah.
This is a great city, too, my friend. They're going to enjoy having Griffey around. One of the great baseball towns in the country. Oscar Robertson, of course, he's watching the Bearcats here today. Won a couple national championships. Logan on the miss. Rebound, Martin. Great pass to Michael. Beautiful assist from Kenyon Martin.
He has improved in every phase of his game. Passing the basketball, presence on the interior, posting up on the inside. He was always a shot blocker.
Bad pass from Richardson and out of bounds. It goes over to Cincinnati.
See, I think 2 things have to happen to be able to have a chance to beat Cincinnati. You got to beat him in transition before Mr. Martin sets up. As you watch him right here now attacking. Now look at the great vision. Now there's the great vision, catches the cutter, gives it to his boy Michael. Michael scores. But you better be able to beat him in transition, and you better be able to make some perimeter threes.
Logan spins, gets inside. A Tully driving layup.
Outstanding shooter as well. There he is with the drive. He's now a 6th man coming off the bench. Gave him a big spark recently with 25 off the bench against UAB.
Well, another spurt by Cincinnati, and they open up an 11-point lead here at the 5:50 mark.
That's such a spurt basketball team.
Tully's 3, yes. Nice soft touch from the left corner.
And that's why he's on the floor, to be able to shoot that 3. They need the trifecta. You're not going to get a whole lot of scoring on the interior with Martin's presence.
Quentin Richardson working so hard. Nothing coming easy for him. Battling away against Pete Michael. He's done a good job defensively, too. There he is fronting Michael, forcing him back over to the right side underneath. Logan on the drive. Foul, yes.
I'll tell you what, Logan really understands and accepts that role. You know, Brand, a lot of kids, a veteran player, an experienced player, would not accept losing his starting role to a freshman. But here he is, he accepts the role, he responds to the challenge off the bench, and he's showing that he can drive as well as shoot the three, because he can flat out shoot the three, and he's automatic on the free throw line. He's automatic on the line.
Didn't Coach say that Satterfield was playing better in practice,
yes,
and that's why he decided to start him ahead of Logan?
I think he also likes to have somebody coming off the bench. Look at that game against UAB.
7 Bearcats have scored so far in this game, and that's the three-point play completed for Logan, and Huggins' team up now 30-19.
A lot of guys like to bring people off the bench that can be productive. Down at Ohio State, they bring George Reese off the bench, and he's really a starter, but he's my #1 sixth man now in college basketball. They're all roll-aid special.
Good fake by Richardson. Gets space, misses.
I think Quentin Richardson's trying too much, shooting the jump shot and not doing what he does best. Get out in transition, attack the offensive boards.
And Martin attacks and misses. And Tate is fouled underneath. Williams fouling him.
Last year, Conference USA Player of the Year was Quentin Richardson. I don't think there's any doubt he's going to win that award this year. Not only conference, but National Player of the Year, the John Wooden Award, the Naismith Award, and the Oscar Robertson Award. I think it's a lot for Martin.
How old is Martin? Do you know, Dick?
I think he's 23.
Yes, he is. Do you know how many players in the NBA are younger?
I don't know the exact number, but quite a bit.
Research to this town this week, 43 players in the NBA are younger. And I mean 43 guys who are playing, like several last night.
Right. I mean, you talk about guys like Elton Brand, Steve Francis, Richard Hamilton, Lamar Odom, Baron Davis. That should be our all-Rolls-Royce team. That would have been our All-American team as you look at the numbers for the year.
But I'm going to repeat it. You can't blame any of those youngsters for taking millions of dollars to play in the NBA.
Well, I wish that on the NCAA level, these kids would get a stipend. I mean, I really do. I think that day it shouldn't be happening with all the billions they're getting for TV rights.
Williams jump hook. No, and Martin just dominates as a rebounder. Oh, is he an impressive-looking college basketball player?
He'll probably be the #1 pick in the NBA draft.
And a smooth turnaround by Tate.
I'll tell you, Jermaine Tate really contributing on that baseline right now. See, guys like that get free shots because of the presence inside. Hey, Brad Doherty, when you got a big post player like Martin who can dominate, doesn't it free the other people on that baseline?
Oh, exactly, Dick. All of the attention of the defense is going to be on Kenyon Martin. So if you're a smart player, you're going to step into those pockets and take advantage of that, get a lot of open looks.
Maybe not so smart here. I think they picked him off on an intentional foul. Exactly. Martin trying to describe what he was doing as he turned back around, and this officiating crew will have none of it.
He's talking to Ted Hillary. He says, Ted, I'm going to be Player of the Year nationally. I can get away with some of that. Come on, I'm a senior. Look at him right now. At least Ted's listening. Not going to slap him with a T.
And Avery,
experienced player, came off the bench last year. Seen a little jump shot.
Let's see him. What's that?
Bump. I didn't see anything.
I didn't see anything. They called that? All they did was turn.
I'm not convinced they called him on that situation.
No, because, you know, he was describing that, Dick, about he was telling the officials right in front of us that's how he was turned. Yeah, they did call him for that.
Wow.
And you know what? In a word, how about ludicrous? How does that sound?
Absurd. Like that word,
That's not bad.
That's a one
How about ridiculous?
Ridiculous.
Okay.
A travesty?
Yeah.
I like them all.
Let him play.
Wow. He said I got only one-dimensional in terms of my vocabulary. I'm hanging with you too much.
The paper said the over-under on unbelievable from Dick Vitale was 28. Take the under, folks. I got him under control today.
I've only used one.
Track back is Richardson.
I got a kick out of that, John Fay.
Hartfield missing. Michael winds up with the ball for the Bearcats.
Right now, the DePaul's got to come up with some stops.
He's going to the glass, Dick.
I'll tell you, he's taking it in his hands when Martin gets out of the lineup. I call him King Peter. I'll tell you one thing. He responds to the challenge in a big game. I love him. I love having a player that's physically tough, mentally tough. I talked about Chris Carrawell at Duke, Mark Madsen at Stanford. You got to have those kind of people that really give you a certain attitude on the floor, a cocky, confident attitude.
out.
Imagine winning 2 national titles, 72 in a row in junior college, then wins his first 15 games in a row as a collegiate. As you look at the page, 7-1 odds. Woo, 7-1 advantage.
Richardson with a wide open look, and he can't knock it down as Michael fell.
He's aiming. He's not shooting the basketball, Brent. He's aiming in his shot.
And here comes Michael again.
Ah, is he tough? Did I tell you before the game? What did I tell you before the game, Mr. Musburger? Come on, tell America.
You said that we would love this guy. He was multi-dimensional. He has been in Kenyon Martin's shadow, and today he is stepping out. Timeout.
I'm always coming up with great new promotions for 7-Up. Like this one. I ask people to send me pictures of their cans. Let's take a look. Oh! Look like 2 big Christmas hams. Show us your can. Look at the backyard on this fella. That about ends the first annual 7-Up Show Us Your Can contest. Next time I'll be more specific. Mom?
Pep Boys knows how to give you a great deal on tires. They don't run specials on just one size. Pep Boys discounts every size in stock. That means all 35,000-mile tires are 4 for $99. And all 70,000-mile tires are 4 for only $169. Even top-of-the-line 80,000-mile touring tires, all sizes 4 for $199. Call it a bonanza, an extravaganza. It's how you save on tires.
Pep Boys. Cars like us.
People love us.
Freedom. Control. What a ride. Just you and your laptop. Log on to autobytel.com for dealer cost info, reviews, and a low, no-haggle price. It's a hassle-free trip. Autobytel.com. The road to your next car.
Over 70 million people
are receiving an education on the internet this year.
7 out of 10 students on the web
say they're getting better grades.
One day, training for every job on Earth.
Training for every job on Earth will be available on the internet.
Are you ready?
Are you ready? Are you ready?
Virtually all internet traffic travels across the systems of one company, Cisco Systems, empowering the internet generation.
Are you ready?
Khalid El-Amin leads defending national champs UConn against Miami in a Big East battle. ABC's NCAA basketball Saturday at 3:30, 12:30 Pacific.
Michael's grandmother gave him the nickname Sneaky. There is nothing sneaky about what he's doing here today. 4-7 from the field, and he is holding Richardson, the DePaul star, to 1 of 8 at the other end. Just a wonderful game so far.
And then what he did when Martin went to the sideline, he took it upon himself to attack the basket. Gets 2 conversions, really driving strong to the goal. He's a winner. He's what you define a winner.
Now DePaul needs some long-range bombing, and they need Richardson to step up his game here a little bit. Turno. Richardson will take a long look at this lineup. McPherson nets the left-handed shot.
He had a shoulder injury, and that really set him back. He was starting. He's a human highlights film, a tremendous dunker, an explosive player out of junior college. Also from the city of Chicago.
And a turnover. The run out. Hartfield's got the layup.
Gary Hartfield, another guy that came out of junior college, was playing some point last year, but is more comfortable in a comfort zone at the second guard slot. They got to make a little run here in the last 2 minutes and hope to get this into about 10 or under. A turnover right here.
Turnover, and they need Huggins to leave Kenyon Martin on the bench.
Yes, sir.
That will help, okay?
That will help big time.
Just tell him not to turn around and look for number 4 over there. Just leave him there, and they can climb back in this game.
Let him be an assistant coach.
Let Huggins get upset with the officials. That would be rare. And
get a little
McPherson. Let's see if they can put together a 6-point run here, and McPherson travels.
9 consecutive 20-game seasons.
Look who is defending him, Michael.
Yeah, he's right up on him. So look at Pat Kennedy, coached with our buddy Jimmy Valvano at Iona.
Sure did.
Took over and went to the NCAA twice. Jimmy Valvano. Every time I see that name, hear that name, I think about his unbelievable courage and how he battled cancer so big.
Here's Michael. missing from long range, but coming right back is Logan underneath. And DePaul's got it, and a foul's going to go against Cincinnati.
Lance Williams is really giving him a solid effort, but he's nowhere near the player, Brent, that I saw last year. And that's because of all the time he missed due to that broken foot. The kid is giving it all he has, but obviously he's not anywhere near the level of being in condition and shape that he was last season.
I think Huggins, because Martin has 2 fouls, is determined to get to the intermission without him back on the floor at the 148 mark. He's up 11 right now. DePaul, on the other hand, would like to sneak back inside and be in the game here with 1:48 to go.
You got to get in single digits right here if he converts 2 on a line. I'll tell you, Conference USA, really a tough league.
You bet. Underrated.
When you look at Louisville, for example. Louisville's 4-5 in a conference, plays Marquette tonight, and they have blown out North Carolina. They have blown out the likes of Utah. They beat Syracuse by 13. I mean, they're a solid basketball team. They beat DePaul by 12.
No. So it's a 10-point margin, 36-26 with 1:45 to go. Now DePaul will look for another stop.
Harry Clark's got a good club down at Tulane as well. Now they're going to a zone. They're going to a zone right now. First time we've seen that zone.
And they're keeping the ball outside at the perimeter. Doing a good job with it so far.
They're matching up well.
And they force a turnover.
Got to take advantage here. If you're going to make a little run, you want to go in with some momentum. Uncle Mo on your side, you got to take advantage right here.
I don't know, Dick. What do you think about leaving a superstar because it's 2 fouls and not having him on the floor in this situation?
That seems to be the trend in America today. Guys are very conservative, and they do that, and I think they allow teams to get back in the game. I was a gambler, man, when I was on the sideline. I'm keeping my superstar on the floor.
Oh, they turn it back over. Here comes Satterfield. Got numbers. Michael foul, and he will shoot free throws.
I'll tell you one thing I like about Satterfield. He knows where to go with the basketball. But I was going to say, the reason I'm sitting next to you, going on my 3rd decade, maybe because I gambled too much. And I got the Ziggy.
I thought it was because you met my friend Roy Hamilton.
Oh, I love Roy. I tell you what, Roy's in television now.
Exactly.
In television.
He was one of your first-round draft choices with Detroit when you were the head coach there in the NBA. And looking across the way at the big signboard, who do I see but Hoops Malone over there?
Oh, wow. I didn't know my picture's there. Oh, you put that there. I know you did that.
Look at my guy.
You did that.
There he is, huh?
I'll tell you, you know how many places I go and people think I really have a series? They really think I have a series.
You do have.
Oh, geez.
It's basketball on ESPN and ABC. You've got a series. I'll tell you, my friend.
Stealing money. Don't tell
you get more airtime than President Clinton. Here comes McPherson traveling, and it goes over again. That's 10 turnovers here, Dick.
Yeah, not taking advantage of the opportunities. They got an opportunity, and they're not taking advantage, and Pat Kennedy knows that. So look at the turnovers right now. Both clubs turning it over, 10 and 9.
Converting turnovers to points, however, probably weighs heavily in Cincinnati's favor here so far. We come down to the last minute.
You want to be able to convert at least 60% of your turnover opportunities in transition.
Satterfield on the run-up.
Got it. Kenny Satterfield's going to be a special player here. A special player, has an understanding of what the point guard is supposed to do, and then the unique ability to score. And there are 3 great point guards in New York City High School this year. Omar Cook, Andre Barrett, and Talik Brown.
Hartfield misses. Michael rebounds. Last shot time. If he sees the clock, does he pull it back out? He does.
Yeah, good IQ right there. Good basketball IQ. By the way, those 3 kids are all going to the Big East.
Little timeout is taken.
See, he was right. He was right. And I was wrong. He was right. I got to give Huggins credit. He was right. Hey, look at these wackos. Look at these wackos going bananas. Bearcat fans.
Let's talk about Conference USA, Dick. You know, they are rated ahead of the ACC this year. You talked about them being unranked. However, the top-ranked conference in the country is the SEC, according to that rating index. You know, that's a tough one.
Yeah, well, sometimes the RPI ratings blow my mind. I can't understand some of the things they do or say. But you look right here at Conference USA, the standings in the conference. You got a lot of clubs that are going to beat each other up now, and that's what's going to happen within the next 6-7 games and get themselves knocked out of an NCAA berth, and some are going to be able to play themselves into an NCAA berth. I'll tell you, Tulane has had a really good year. As we don't see him right there, Tulane that's the American division. They're on the other side.
And Kenyon will finish out the last 17 seconds here.
I don't understand that decision because he can get the 3rd right now.
that's kind of interesting.
That's really interesting right there.
Yeah.
Get an offensive charge on him right now. You get number 3, Brad Daugherty. What do you think of that?
Call, Dick. I don't know if I would take that chance. Right there. I mean, it's in the middle of the lane. That's tough.
Yeah, it sure was. And
let me ask Brad this. Hey, Brad, when you were at North Carolina, what was Dean Smith's philosophy with you guys getting to?
I didn't hear the last part of that question, Dick.
What was Dean Smith's philosophy when you guys had 2 fouls? Let's say when you played Michael Jordan with Sam Perkins.
Sure, you definitely were going to come out of the game and rest. And until you had complete control of the game, you weren't going to have an opportunity to play, because when it's up and down and the tempo's real fast, you can pick up the ticky-tack foul, and that's your third. Take a guy out and sit him until you have complete control.
at the buzzer, the miss. And that'll do it. Cincinnati, an impressive first half. They lead DePaul 40-26. They hold the Blue Demons to 29% from the field. Quentin Richardson is 1 of 8. He's only 1 of 5 from three-point range with 7 rebounds. And we'll be back with the AutoBuyTel.com halftime report with John Saunders and Digger Phelps right after this.
NCAA basketball presented by Payne Weber on ABC Sports. Brought to you by 7-Up, and your local 7-Up bottler. Make 7-Up yours. And Pep Boys, cars like us, people love us. We'll return with the AutoBuyTel.com halftime report after this message and a word from our ABC stations.
Freedom. Control. What a ride. Just you and your laptop. Log on to AutoBuyTel.com for dealer cost info, reviews, and a low, no-haggle price. It's a hassle-free trip. AutoBuyTel.com. The road to your next car.
If you can't stop here, stop here for genuine Midas brakes. Now just $69.95 after rebate. Guaranteed nationwide for as long as you own your car. Next stop, go Midas.
Dear men, please don't be fooled by all the heart-shaped boxes of candy out there for Valentine's Day. There's really only one. Russell Stover, with the incredibly rich blend of 3 kinds of chocolate. But nobody can do quite like Russell Stover. It's not just the box. It's what's inside your heart that matters. Nobody does chocolate like Russell Stover does chocolate.
What does $125,000 look like? Like this. And this. And this. And this. Tune in tonight to see how Steve Ellison looks as he goes for $1 million on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, tonight at 9/8 Central on ABC. It was the #1 movie in America. Now it's the #1 network's television premiere.
I can't lie!
Jim Carrey, Liar Liar, Monday on ABC.
Training is a constant focus at Jiffy Lube. We work very hard on it every day.
Employees are trained in every aspect of servicing a vehicle.
More cars are serviced at Jiffy Lube every day in Chicago than at any other quick lube or oil change facility.
We're close by, the facilities are well staffed, they're neat and clean, and we're ready to service the motoring public's needs.
We're the largest in the city. We have the most experience in the Chicagoland area. We have the best customer service.
Thank you, sir.
So, Doctor, you've been studying the effects of Red Bull for months. What exactly have you discovered?
Energy boundaries and biorhythmic fluctuations can make it difficult to maintain a baseline rating of muscular contraction and neurotransmittable impulses, of course. Unique deoxyribonucleic acidity and orbital phases of gravitational fluctuations can indeed result in a fibromyalgic Red Bull type of situational relevance as well. But we've calibrated the amounts of available regenerative tolerances.
Can you say that in English?
Simple, little man. Red Bull gives you wings.
Teaching parents to be good sports, Tuesday at 10.
Welcome to the AutoBuyTel.com halftime report. A special ceremony here in Cincinnati. Ed Jucker, who coached 2 national championship basketball teams, was also the baseball coach here. They are retiring his number 12, and many former baseball players are here, including the most famous one of them all, Sandy Koufax, who came to Cincinnati on a basketball scholarship, pitched for Ed Jucker, and also played guard on the basketball team. So the legendary one is here, a very warm ceremony honoring Ed Jucker, and we continue in a moment.
I've known this guy 5 minutes. He's already giving me investment advice.
For a recommendation on your portfolio, please press 3.
I'm gonna pay for this. What was I
Should my 401k be all stock? Should my 401k be all cash?
Why didn't they write this last month?
My portfolio should be overweighted in game companies.
Why does this guy think what works for him? It's gonna work for me.
Thank you, Paine Webber.
A significant discovery in eye health may be lutein, a nutrient found in these healthy foods, perhaps as vital to your eyes as the beta-carotene in carrots. And now, Centrum and Centrum Silver are the only leading multivitamins that have lutein. So whatever your age, you can help maintain your precious sight. Look into Centrum and Centrum Silver, now more complete with lutein. And this winter, look for Centrum Echinacea, one of 6 herbals backed by Centrum Science.
No down payment. Low financing on Honda Valkyries and Goldwings. Low payments on Valkyrie, Shadows, and Magnas with the Honda card. It's the road to savings. Incredible deals on some incredible Hondas. So hurry to your Honda dealer during the road to savings.
Oh, hey, easy, boys, easy. Whoa, excuse me. Hey, is that a collect call? Who are you? I'm the 1-800-COLLECT advice guy. Use 1-800-COLLECT and save the people you call a buck or two. 1-800. How about a C? O-L-L-E-T. Can't spell collect without a T. Thanks. Use 1-800-COLLECT. Save a buck or two.
At BASF, we don't make the sunscreen, we make it stronger. We don't make the tennis shoes, we make them grip better. We don't make the jacket, we make it brighter. We don't make the carpet, we make it tougher. At BASF, we don't make a lot of the products you buy, we make a lot of the products you buy better. BASF.
Is hip-hop influencing global culture? All you gotta do is look around, take a listen. Young people everywhere, London, Paris, Rio, Tokyo. I heard some kids out in Norway rhyming. Some kids out in Havana rhyming. So young folks everywhere is using it as a medium of expression to communicate ideas, ambitions, voicing their opinion, their hopes, these dreams. And now that it's worldwide, it's good assurance that their sentiments are not falling on deaf ears. Rap music is forcing the whole popular culture to have to be closer to the people. I'm with that.
Welcome to the AutoVitel.com halftime report. Here now, John Saunders and Digger Phelps.
And welcome to our studios. If you have a chance to beat Cincinnati, you have to keep them off the offensive glass. And boy, they are not doing that.
Well, Kenyon Martin early leads to why you see this 25-13 on the boards early, and Kenyon Martin 7 points quick, 4 blocks, 6 rebounds. I mean, he just comes out and gets them in the lead. The 12-2 run to start the game is why you see this big spread.
Yeah, 40-26 is the score with the second half still to come. Let's look elsewhere. Kentucky facing LSU. LSU has been in the top 25 earlier this year, then bounced out. Now they are back in again. Kentucky, after the slow start, really got it going, but boy, it didn't look like that today. Jabari Smith sinks this 3 to beat the buzzer. LSU has a 10-point lead at halftime. Kentucky trying to come back. Saul Smith says, I got to do it from deep as well. That's a 3. Kentucky, though, still down by 15. And then Lamont Rowland driving the lane will miss the layup, but the youngster Stromile Swift, you got to love this guy, up, jams it down, and LSU not only wins, they bury Kentucky.
Yeah, Kentucky coming off that loss to Florida, shot 30% in the first half, 22 turnovers early in the second half, which led to 17 points for LSU. They never looked back once they had the big lead.
Swift with 26 points. Maryland against Temple.
And Juan Dixon to Terrence Morris on the lob. Maryland up early by 4. But then Temple would go on a bit of a roll. Epi Sanchez with the steal, takes it up court.
Great play here. Watch the steal and assist as he gets it down the floor. Finds the open man. Wadley for 3.
Quincy Wadley knocking it down. Temple then had the lead 22-20. Maryland then went on a 10-0 run for Gary Williams after that timeout. But look at this. On the inbound, Sanchez with a steal again. To Karcher, to Wadley, throws it up as time expires. And that's the way this one should go. Tied at 30 apiece, a great first half.
Well, it was a battle run of the last 5 minutes. Temple won a 14-zip run, and then, of course, Juan Dixon hits 2 threes to put Maryland on a 10-zip run. We're tied at halftime.
Yeah, for Temple, they've got Dayton and then Cincinnati, the 8-day war, they're calling this. Syracuse and UCLA. Jason Hart for 3. Hart scored the last 10 points of the half. 40-37, Syracuse with the lead. And then Hart will find Preston Shumpert. Everybody knows about his three-point shooting here. He sneaks in along the baseline. Just drop that one down. Cuse up by 4. And then Orion Blackwell, one of the seniors. One of the reasons you have to love Syracuse because of their senior strength. Puts it in. Syracuse wins it. 71-67 is the final, ending a 2-game losing streak, and UCLA continues to struggle.
UCLA went 2 for 11 shooting threes. Not good. 16 turnovers. But Eton Thomas was soft today. 3 fouls in the first half. He only had 9 points, 7 assists, or 7 rebounds when he's usually getting double-doubles.
So UCLA is going to struggle to make the tournament. You just can't say anything else. IU against Michigan. Dane Fife to A.J. Guyton. Back to Fife. He lays it in. Plus he's fouled. Indiana rolling 44-28 at halftime. A.J. Guyton again. Watch him just pull up. You going to let me shoot this? Knocks it in. Indiana up 58-39. And then Guyton with a nice pass to Lynn Washington. Reverses, gets the layup. Indiana wins it 86-65 as the final. Michigan turning it over 18 times. They've lost 6 straight.
Well, Indiana won at 85-50 in Bloomington, so their confidence was up. But Michael Lewis for Indiana, his leadership, 15 points, 5 rebounds, and 7 assists. Indiana, big recovery after a 2-point loss at Minnesota last week.
UNC Charlotte against South Florida. Joby Thomas with the steal. Says, I'll take this and go coast to coast. UNC Charlotte had a 46-44 lead at halftime, but in the second half, South Florida bombs away. Reggie Cohen draining a 3, up 54-48. Then there'll be a miss off the 3. The rebound comes out. Spotting Jackson underneath, and he gets the lay-in. South Florida wins it 87-83. Now a perfect 10-0 at home this year.
Well, Charlotte goes 15 for 36 shooting the threes, but board play. South Florida 46-30, but they made 21 out of 29 free throws. Big win today for South Florida.
All right, no apologies at all, but Conference USA is one of the higher ranked, number 4 on the RPI, but just the same. They are not a glamour conference. They're not the ACC. They're not the Big East or the Big Ten or the Pac-10 or whatever, the SEC. Because of that, your non-conference games become so vital.
Well, this is what helps Louisville, who's really been struggling in the conference. They're 4-5, they're 13-9, but their wins over North Carolina and Utah back in December. Then they beat DePaul, and we saw what we did to Syracuse Thursday night. So they're sitting there, right? I feel this conference, maybe 3 teams go in, and when you look at the conference tournament, if it's Louisville, because they're non-conference wins, that helps. Obviously, Cincinnati's in, and it's up for grabs because there's so many teams just deadlocked with 5 or 6 losses.
Yeah, one team that's not concerned, Cincinnati, not concerned with the tournament or the game right now. They are rolling over the Blue Demons, 40-26.
This halftime report brought to you by AutoVitel.com, the road to your next car. Stay tuned for the second half after this message and a word from our ABC stations.
Freedom. Control. What a ride. Just you and your laptop. Log on to AutoVitel.com for dealer cost info, reviews, and a low, no-haggle price. It's a hassle-free trip. AutoVitel.com. The road to your next car.
Call it a bonanza, an extravaganza. It's how you save on tires. Now at Pep Boys, all 35,000-mile tires are 4 for only $99, and all 70,000-mile tires 4 for $169.
Pep Boys. Cars like us.
People love us.
On an all-new Practice, a cop's son is accused of murder.
We may have an out.
See just how far
He asked for his lawyer. They sent in a police officer.
these lawyers will go.
Bobby, even for you.
Helen, even for you. Your Honor, I'd like to call Helen Gamble.
I'm the prosecuting DA. I
Then
can't
maybe you shouldn't be.
The Practice, tonight at 10/9 Central on ABC.
America's finest skaters in a one-of-a-kind ABC Sports event. No rules, no judges, just skating. The Chevrolet Skating Spectacular next Sunday at 4 on ABC.
Well, Jiffy Lube's been in business for a long time, and the philosophy has always been customer and people-oriented.
I expect them to treat the customer with respect and work on the car the way they would want their car to be worked on.
I like all of my technicians to think that the lady that they're serving is my mother.
I like to have my employees treat our customer as they were next-door neighbors.
As the owner of my Jiffy Lube, I expect our customers to be treated as well as I would like to be treated.
What kind of beer you got? Food?
Anything else?
Haydn's Cello Concerto in C major.
Which performance? Gorski, Piatti, or Chin?
How's that possible?
Our jukebox has every performance by every artist of every piece of music ever recorded.
Could your business use the bandwidth to change everything? Ride the light. Quest.
Chicagoans deliver hope in Honduras tonight at 10.
A senior from Rock Island, Illinois, helps Cincinnati to a 40-26 lead over the DePaul Blue Demons. Pete Michael at both ends of the floor. 3 of 7, 8 rebounds, and defensively he holds Quentin Richardson to 1 of 8 from the floor. Dick Vitale, he has done it all.
He has really been multidimensional. And you look here at the offensive comparison, what has really been a shock here, you look at Richardson and Simmons between them, 1 for 11, and both guys averaging a total of 34 points a game. They have to be able to get productivity out of those two to have a chance.
50% from the field Cincinnati is shooting, and they're holding DePaul to 29%, and the Blue Demons need some long-range shooting. They're only 3 of 14 right now.
Yeah, 3 for 14 out on trifecta's not going to get it done. But Cincinnati defensively all year has limited people to 36% field goal percentage shooting, and that is being efficient.
So here's Richardson down low, has to give it up, and foul is called against Cincinnati.
You know, I watched Quentin Richardson, Brand, and I was talking to Skip Bayless, who does an outstanding job writing in Chicago, and I couldn't agree more that here's a kid that I really believe, like Kenyon Martin, who matured as a player with more experience. They're talking that he's coming out early, and I don't believe he's ready for life in the NBA to be a star at that level.
Brad Doherty, do you agree with that? Is Quentin Richardson better suited to stay right in college for a while?
I think it'd be a good idea for him to stay at least just one more year. He still needs to develop a few things, and I think mentally you have to develop. Physically, he's wonderful. He's a gifted individual, gifted kid. But mentally, he's got to learn to do some different things to focus a little better, to push himself to that next level.
Well, Berno nails the 3 here to start the second half. Huh,
that's the way you want to start the game. Have some perimeter threes go down. They got to play this in segments right now. You want to break it down to 4-minute segments. Officials told us they called that intentional foul on Martin for throwing an elbow.
Johnson's jumper too high, but into Martin's hands, and the slam.
I'll tell you what, they could just throw it off the glass, forget about shooting it, and let him play on the other end volleyball. I'll tell you this, though, Brent. I know a number of games where they've had big leads and allowed the leads to evaporate. Marquette, they had a big lead on North Carolina, Gonzaga, but they ultimately won those games.
Are you telling me that DePaul's coming back in this one, my partner?
Well, not that way. They're not coming back.
I don't think so.
Not that way. Not that way.
I don't think so.
No, sir, they're not coming back that way. Hey, it was great seeing Sandy Koufax out there, number 32. Oh, wow.
Upstairs, Dick, I was talking to Sandy and Johnny Bench together.
Wow.
What a conversation. They were talking about how to grip the ball when you throw it. 2 of the biggest hands I've ever seen in the game of baseball. Koufax showing how he showed Johnny Bench how he threw the curveball. And then Johnny said, you know, I had to pull the thumb down when I threw the second. And Sandy was How could you throw the ball that way? It was amazing.
We're talking some baseball now. Hey, Sarasota, Florida, we got our guy Griffey coming down there. We're all excited. I can't wait. I'm going to be down there like a little groupie, hanging around the ballpark, getting autographs. Prime time's going to be on. But knocking my popularity down in Sarasota. Those guys coming down.
There's a foul away from the basketball.
I got to get you down here.
I'll be busy watching Mark McGuire over in Jupiter, my friend. Next Sunday, a reminder, you're going to see some of yesterday's U.S. figure skating medalists in a one-of-a-kind ABC sports event. America's finest skaters performing only for the audience and themselves in a thrilling display of artistry on ice. You will see the Chevrolet Skating Spectacular next Sunday at 4 Eastern, 1 Pacific on ABC. That should be some fun. Here down low now. Martin turns for the baseline and kisses the glass.
I'll tell you, Brent, you didn't see him last year like I did. I'm looking at a totally different player. A guy that has become such a dominant player. And that World University Games performance really helped him. He led them to a goal, coached by Oliver Purnell of Dayton.
Coming down the baseline. Hunter cleans no. And into Martin's hands for a rebound. Satterfield runs free.
He's got Martin.
Didn't need him.
Yes, sir. Didn't need him. He knows how to finish, but he could have dropped that off to Martin. Martin could really run the court. There's a TO by Mr. Kennedy. Pat, who did a great job at Florida State, 5 NCAA berths right now in a struggle situation against this dominant Cincinnati team. They beat Cincinnati last year by 61-60 in Chicago. Here's the drive. Look at the help defense. Look at the help by Michael. He steps out. Yes, Hunter goes up. Challenged by Martin. Martin kicks it out. And there's the little guy, Kenny Satterfield. He knows what to do with the rock, baby. Takes it right to the goal. One thing you got to say, though, is Pat Kennedy has brought about a renaissance in basketball out of DePaul. And it's hard to believe that DePaul has not been to the NCAA since 1992. That's hard to believe, Brent.
Yeah, it is.
Especially with 64 teams in the tournament.
Ray Meyer put some great teams on the floor, didn't he?
Oh, he had some super teams. What a beautiful guy.
Sure is.
Great ambassador for basketball. If you can't love Ray Meyer, something's wrong.
He's a wonderful person. And there's a wraparound for Richardson in underneath, trying to get something going now.
Brent Richardson with that baseline drive, using the left hand. Good spacing right now by Cincinnati. Spread the court really well. The coaches were out here early. Rod Baker and Mick Cronin working with the players.
Johnson on the drive,
nice
got his
fade.
man in the air and knocked it down. Good-looking basketball team. The Cincinnati Bearcats, I think, showing you why they are ranked #1.
Think about this, though, Brent. When is the last time the team has won a national title with 2 freshman guards? That is unbelievable. I can tell you this, as we see the foul inside, the last time a team went to the Final Four with 2 freshman guards was the Fab Five, Jalen Rose and Jimmy King. Prior to that, 1980. You remember, you might have called the game. 1980, Michael Holton and Rod Foster of UCLA.
No, we didn't have that game.
That's when Louisville won the national title with the Doctors of Dunk. They were both freshmen, Foster and Holton. But the landscape of basketball has changed so much, as you and I were talking about last night. The landscape's changed so much as you look at Pat Kennedy. With so many young kids now in the NBA, that freshmen can step in and be positive contributors.
Absolutely.
And what about Mr. Carter last night?
Some of those dunks.
Hey, Brad Doherty, what about your guy from North Carolina with that dunk last night?
That was incredible, Dick. Obviously, I didn't have any of those jumping feats in my game when I was playing.
Hey, Brad, how much higher can Carter jump than Michael Jordan?
Vince's vertical is about 4 inches higher than Michael Jordan's.
That's hard to believe.
That's unbelievable, isn't it? Martin didn't get the roll that time. Think about that. Can elevate 4 inches. Well, that's how he got his hand all the way down to the elbow when he went up that one time.
I think you got to like Elton Brand and Steve Francis. You see a walking violation there. It's a struggle today. It's a struggle for the kid from Chicago. And Pat Kennedy knows, but last year they were blown out here, and they came back and beat them in Cincinnati. Beat them in Chicago. The Windy City, one of the great cities in America. What a great sports town.
Michael. Nope. Got an offensive rebound. And here's Martin. Missing. 50-33, all Bearcats. No traveling call. Martin tries to stay with it and couldn't on the block. And the big body, Williams, getting it done.
Lance Williams on the inside, trying to get some minutes, some confidence in his game. Oh, nice strip. Nice strip
by Burno.
Yes, sir, the little guy with the steal. One of a high schooler produced Bob Hurley, went on to Duke fame.
On the trap, the foul is called.
Start going through those traps. You open up the floor, you look diagonal, and you get a lot of easy layups.
So let's take a break here at the 15:22 mark. The Bearcats 50 and the Blue Demons 37.
My dad wouldn't have called this retirement. I mean, who would have...
When do I get to retire from managing my money? Now that I have
trustees.
7 grandkids.
Kind of funny how investing was easier when I didn't have any money.
Titanium bikes are overrated.
Just always thought earning money was the hard part. Keeping it's the real job.
I wonder, should we take the income?
Should we reinvest?
Thank you, Payne Weber.
How do you enhance a V8 engine that produces 245 horsepower? A chassis that can haul up to 2,000 pounds? Or brakes that have 4 piston calipers? Simple. Add about 6 pounds of steel. Toyota Tundra, Motor Trend Truck of the Year and 4-Wheel and Off-Road Magazine's 4x4 of the Year.
So, how's the food here?
Great, Mom. Pizza every day.
That's what I was afraid of.
Oh, it's not what you had in college, Mom. It's Papa John's.
But you need variety.
Variety? That's Papa's choice. You get 5 toppings for $9.99.
What about your veggies?
Their veggies are great, especially the fresh baby portobello mushrooms.
Order Papa's Choice, a large pizza with your choice of 5 toppings for a meager $9.99.
I'm living better than I ever did at home.
I wouldn't say that.
Why? Why? It is a small word, but it is a quick, sharp, and abrupt word.
Why?
It is the chosen word of the nonconformist, the defiant, and the visionary. It is a confrontational word.
Why?
It challenges what's thought to be impossible. If you are not afraid to ask why, you can change whatever it is you want.
NCAA basketball presented by Payne Weber on ABC Sports. Brought to you by Papa John's Pizza. Better ingredients, better pizza. And Enron. Ask why.
This week's Payne Weber Senior of the Week is Temple point guard Pepe Sanchez. Selected for his contributions on and off the court, Pepe is the pride at Bahia Blanca, Argentina. He's a history major with a 3.29 GPA. He was the Atlantic 10 Conference Academic All-America last year. On the court, he averages 8 assists a game. Now, the Owls struggled to a 5-3 record when he was injured earlier in the year, but they are 12-1 when he's played. Payne Weber donates $1,000 to the Senior of the Week Scholarship Fund in the name of Owls senior Pepe Sanchez.
They're a different basketball team with him at the controls. As you look here right now, as we see 13 down.
And we see Maryland leading Temple 44-43. So Sanchez trying to lead the Owls to still another win. And here it is, Satterfield. The 3 is good and more daylight.
I'll tell you one thing I like about Satterfield. He can make the perimeter shot, but he plays under control. Just like Pepe Sanchez. You're going to like him when you see him next week against Cincinnati.
In low. And so McPherson with another field goal.
He's got good legs, good post-up ability. He can be inverted, go on the inside and outside. They're trying to go to a half-court trap. Got to swing the ball side to side and you get layups.
Logan missed 3. Martin offensive rebound, power back, and he's fouled.
He's like a man on the inside. But like you said, Brent, 23 years of age. There's over 40 guys in the NBA younger than him. I think of the list of kids that didn't make it blows my mind. Like I said earlier, where are some of those guys? The Jason Osbornes, the Scotty Thurmans, and all these guys that left early. Anderson Hunt, Marcus Liberty, Rashad Griffin, Luther Wright. I could go on and on. Where are they today?
Capitalism is about taking chances, my friend.
Yeah, but it's also about trying to mature. And
there are no guarantees in life. You roll the dice.
You got to make some good decisions, my friend, and sometimes they make bad.
Sometimes people make bad decisions. That's just the way humans are.
I've made a few.
Sure, so have I. Martin?
You made a bad decision already? Ah, You got a beautiful wife, 2 great kids, Scott and Blake. They carry you.
You got
Take
that
you
right.
snowmobiling, living like kings up in Montana. I got to come to your new farm and ride some horses.
Yeah, absolutely. Get out there. Well, you're going west tonight anyway to Vegas for the ESPYs on Monday night. I hear you're going to be part of that. Can't wait to see you in those tights, my friend. Here comes Martin on the drive.
Oh, what a great move. What an explosive move. He showed his ability to get to the basket. We've seen his ability to shoot the little jump shot. My National Player of the Year. That's my choice, Kenyon Martin.
And you did not jump on the bandwagon late. You said it early. I got to say, you were ahead of everybody else when you tabbed Kenyon Martin early on as the guy who could be the Player of the Year. And he certainly is showing his why Dick liked him.
Take a look right here. There's some offensive ability that he's added to his game. I'll tell you, Brad, you took a look at him last year. He couldn't do those things he's doing now.
No, Dick, he has worked extremely hard over the summer to make himself a better basketball player, but also he plays with so much confidence this year. He is outstanding. Reminds me a lot of Larry Nance.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, Larry Nance, Clemson fame.
Larry Nance was a solid player in the NBA, too, after coming out of Clemson.
Yeah, but Larry didn't have those tattoos. Larry didn't have those tattoos. I got to get my Gun Musburger some of those tattoos. Put an earring in your ear. Oh, that'd be great. One in the nose. Yeah, that'd be funny.
Get out of the way.
That's when you have little blowouts. You got to break the...
Simmons miss it again. And...
Look who's rebounding. The Windex man cleaning the glass. Mr. Martin.
Dick, what's your feeling about Huggins as a coach?
Oh, solid. I mean, he's a solid motivator. He inspires. I was talking to one of his former players today, and he told me, he said, Terry Nelson, he said, we love the hugs. He screams at us and yells at us, but down deep, we love the hugs.
How come he can't get by the second round of the NCAAs?
Well, they've had a struggle in that second round. Shooting the basketball has been a little bit of a problem. Running to some top clubs. The one thing about the NCAA, remember this, they're no lock to win it all. One bad night, and that's the beauty and the essence of the NCAA. It's a 5-second violation.
Jeff Satterfield turns it on over. And Saturday, a reminder, February 26th on ABC, Tiger Woods. Sergio Garcia, David Duval, and Ernie Els. They're among the top 64 ranked golfers in the world competing in the World Golf Championships. Anderson Consulting Match Play Championship on Saturday, Feb 26th on ABC. Will Tiger Woods ever lose again? I mean, ever? Is that one of the most remarkable things in sports? Simmons rejected, but DePaul's got it back underneath. And Richardson, it won't stay down for him. One of those days for Quentin.
Yes, sir. He's having one of those nightmarish days in a big moment. But he's so talented, and he'll bounce back. We're going to take a look at Kenyon Martin coming over and giving help. Look at him. Great timing.
Dick, you know, you talk about things in sport. I never thought I would ever see the day when someone would challenge Jack Nicklaus's great record in the PGA Tour and a major. But I'm going to tell you, this kid is unbelievable, this Tiger Woods. He's playing, there's so much more talent and depth out there. And what he does week in and week out is amazing.
And if it was ever like the tennis situation where you play and match play like that, he would blow people away consistently. I mean, he's blowing them away now, but can you imagine if it was where he played a guy head on and then you move on to the next step of the draw?
Satterfield.
Yes, sir. Nice look.
Here's McPherson.
Not a good shot right there. Was able to get some contact. But can you imagine Tiger Woods if he played like they do in tennis with a draw and you match with someone? It'd be impossible to beat him. Bobby Huggins, Final Four in 1992. Pat Kennedy went to the Final 8 in 93. Got beat by Kentucky, but he was at Florida State. Had some good players. Bobby Sura, Sammy Cassell, Doug Edwards. Pat Kennedy, a fun guy just to be around. I mean, really a fun guy. He and Jimmy Valvano were a dynamic duo at Iona.
Now, you mentioned the Final Four, and of course, Ed Jucker won a couple of national titles. Also lost a big game to Loyola. Remember that game in overtime
Jerry
back in the 60s?
Jerry Harkness beat him. 61 and 62, they win the national title. 60, Ohio State. Hey, you and I got to start. Illinois should play DePaul, and Ohio State should play Cincinnati.
That's ridiculous that they don't play.
Oh, that's ridiculous. They should play. Come on. Set aside egos.
Louisville and Kentucky play each other now, and it's a great rival.
Set aside egos. Come on.
You got to play Cincinnati.
Let's play. Let's play.
Let's see. College college in 4 years, costs up 40% over the next 5. Somebody do the math here.
It'd be great if our money would grow as fast as these kids. I can't believe
Will paying for college be as painful as this? It's getting ugly.
Hey, that kid just dropped a pretzel? Because I like pretzels. I really
Glad
like
we'll
pretzels.
be able to help with their education.
I wonder if we should have put that money in a trust. Maybe we would have.
I hope she was kidding about college in Hawaii.
Thank you, Payne Weber.
I need a car?
There's a whole new way to shop for a used car.
No. A convertible. A red one. With under 15,000 miles.
Introducing Autotrader.com. With 1.5 million used cars updated daily, it's the biggest, best used car site on the planet.
You couldn't help me with a loan, could you? Can we help you?
Autotrader.com. Your car is waiting.
Hey guys, do you want to try a Reason?
Yeah, I'm game. Me too. What's up with Reason? Got a lot of chocolate.
Great chew, too.
Not too hard, not too soft. Can I try one more?
Mighty chocolatey, mighty Reason. You gotta try them.
Tests have shown that some brake pads can take more than 20 feet longer to stop a car.
An independent lab developed D3EA, the only lab test which determines if brake pads are consistent with federal safety standards. Raybestos professional-grade brakes are D3EA certified.
What was 20 feet from you after your last sudden stop? So demand Raybestos and look for this seal.
Raybestos, the best in brakes.
Coach K and the Duke Blue Devils battle ACC rival NC State. ABC's NCAA basketball, Saturday at 1:30 Eastern, 12:30 Central.
Cincinnati leads it, and we check our Beck's storyline. DePaul being held to 34% from the field, and their star having a tough day. Cincinnati has a plus 11 rebound advantage, and beat Michael. 10 points, 7 rebounds, and the defensive job of the day against Quentin Richardson.
Yeah, he has done a phenomenal job right out of the gate. He set the tone with his ability to contain and to control Quentin Richardson. As you look at the two of them talking, walking up and down the floor, it's been all Peter Michael today. Defensively, he's won the battle thus far. In today's day and age, though, 16 is not insurmountable.
No, certainly not with the 3-point.
Especially with the offensive firepower that DePaul has, but they're going to have to really get on fire.
Cincinnati milking the clock just a little bit on this offensive set.
Good spacing where you can't give a lot of help. They really spread the court 15 to 17 feet apart.
Bring it down to 5 seconds. Satterfield on a runner.
And Satterfield is now 7 of 9, 15 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 assists.
He was rated very high coming out of high school out of New York City. You can see why, Brent. To win big in college basketball, you need a point guard that can
bad pass. Richardson. Numbers mark.
Griffey's down, but I'm going to help to support this team.
Come on, give me a little Vince Carter and say it's over. It's over.
Oh, little Vince Carter, he said it was over, baby, when he made that one. He did. Oh, this town's got a lot to be happy about right now.
You better believe that.
If they can ever get the Bengals going.
Oh, please. Did you have to mention that?
Well, they got a beautiful stadium.
Yeah, that's going to be a great location, huh?
Beautiful stadium. Very warm people, very cordial people. Went to church today, and the people so friendly.
Nice and terrific town. Williams fouled. Shoot a pair.
And Williams down to the deck. Hey, let me tell you what a prankster my guy is sitting next to me. Unbelievable what he did to a cab driver last night. He had the guy believing that they're rescinding the deal on Ken Griffey. I can't believe you were able to do that last night. Wow. You had the guy a nervous wreck. Oh, you're a prankster. People should get to know the real Brett Musburger. I'm going to write a book. I'm going to write a book.
Better not.
The real Brett Musburger.
Williams.
Oh. You're lots of fun to be with, my friend.
Likewise with you. You work a lobby about as well as anybody I've ever been around.
I want to make the all-lobby team. And right now, DePaul is playing like they're in the lobby as it's all Cincinnati. But they get a chance for a rematch on March 2nd on ESPN. I'll be down here to do that game, and there'll be a different team at their arena. Expect a sellout crowd at their All-State Arena. Bill Bradshaw, a fine AD, excited about some of the things that are happening in basketball. And they'll be in a big dance this year. They'll get enough wins. They got a tough schedule. Oh, look at that nice strip. What a nice strip.
Yes. And looking for the foul, too. Didn't get it.
Yeah, he protected the basketball really well.
Bruno's a nice player.
Oh, they challenged Duke. That one go overtime against Duke. And Duke pulled that game out on a shot by Nick Horvath. 3 off the glass.
Martin's got some toughness, too, Dave.
Oh, yes, he does. Oh, there's no doubt about that. He's an enforcer. You got to have toughness.
Look at him get up. He jumps, his timing.
His confidence. Brad already talked about his confidence is so high right now. He believes nobody can play with him on the interior.
Been too high from Fletcher on the turnover, and time permitting, of course, we'll have the Hayne Weber post-game report. John and Digger will check in. Hey, Digger's got to say that Notre Dame is going to the big dance. Come on, Digger. That was a huge win yesterday over UConn. Let's get the Fighting Irish and Matt Doherty into the NCAAs, my friend. Give him a push.
The sixth man was really the fans yesterday giving him a big lift. Last time they were in was during Digger's tenure back in 1990.
Exactly. It was a 10-second violation. They got away with it. Baker drives in for the layup, and look at Huggins has got 10 fingers out.
He said 10. Look, he said, look at my hair. They said I can't see it. Look at Bobby Huggins. He's got to go for a nice dinner tonight. Huggins down at Morton Steakhouse, get a nice steak, relax, a glass of vino, sit there and have a good time with his beautiful wife.
Fletcher got the bounce. There's the 3.
He can shoot it like Ranger can at Michigan State. I'll tell you the 4 clubs I really like. I like Michigan State. I don't care they've lost a few games. I like Stanford, and I certainly like right now Cincinnati. And don't count Temple out by the end of the year. I agree with Digger about Temple.
My question about Temple is going to be, do they have enough offense? And we're going to find out next Sunday when Temple comes in here to play the top-ranked Bearcats. By the way, Dick, have you ever seen a Bearcat?
I've ever seen, no, I haven't.
What is a Bearcat?
I haven't seen a Bearcat.
I've never seen a Bearcat.
Okay. Look, he upsets them last week. Syracuse lost twice last week, but bounced back today with a win at home. The friendly confines of the Carrier Dome. Jimmy Boeheim's club. They were really ripe to be beaten by Louisville after losing that tough game to Seton Hall.
But they win 71-67 today over UCLA to snap that 2-game losing streak. In case you didn't hear, LSU routed Kentucky 70-57. Indiana beat Michigan 86-65.
I'll tell you, 2 guys doing a great job. John Brady down there, going to give him an extension on his contract at LSU. Joe Dean, and also Larry Eustachy down there at Iowa State. Nobody talks about them, Brent. They played Cincinnati fairly tough, and they got a kid you will love, Marcus Fizer. He's a man on the inside.
Battle for the rebound going to be knocked out of bounds by Hunter. It'll go to Cincinnati.
Hunter's been really on fire lately. He's had some big games, 27 and 10. But tonight, with the presence of Mr. Martin on the inside, they've negated his skill and ability inside. And Michael has negated certainly Quentin Richardson. And where has Bobby Simmons been?
Young Hunter needs to locate Dick Vermeil's brother in Chicago and go to work in the weight room.
Yeah, he and Brian.
That's what he needs.
He and Brian Cook, you're going to like him. I would have said about 2 weeks ago that Illinois and North Carolina were major disappointments, but both clubs are really responding now and playing a lot better. We saw Carolina yesterday.
Johnson snapped down by Richardson. Got to say one thing about Richardson. He hasn't quit working.
He can rebound, great attitude, great work ethic. He's a special player. There's no question he's one of the 5 best in America.
You know, he's built like he'd be a great defensive back if he played. Pull up and short on the shot.
He's just not stroking the ball well at all.
Satterfield. Showing you the magic.
You're going to like that diaper, Dandy. Oh, he slides and glides. New York City. He's like your buddy, Brad Doherty, Kenny Smith, who you played with.
He reminds me a lot of Kenny Smith, Dick, with the quickness, explosiveness, and a nose for that basket. He gets to the basket very well.
I hear Kenny Smith wants to coach.
Kenny Smith is one of the prime candidates for a pro coaching position right now. He wants to coach the pro basketball game. He'll do a fabulous job.
Well, why did he call Michael up? His buddy, North Carolina. You're supposed to be a family. You're supposed to keep it in the house.
We're looking out for each other just a little bit. I think Michael may want to coach eventually, though.
Hey, let's not go past that. You hear what he just said? Because I agree with Brad.
I say never. I say never, ever, never to both you guys.
It's 2-1, Brad, that Michael goes down to that bench. He'll be closer to the action.
All I will say is never say never.
That's right.
Never. Michael will never. He's too smart.
Well, Fletcher getting a hug from the coach. Satterfield, meanwhile, has had a career high here today with 17 points still on the floor, along with Logan.
He has great vision. He can spot an opening in the defense and really attacks. Remember, Arizona won with a point guard that was a freshman. They won the national title in '97 with Mr. Bibby. Arizona's, when they get back Richard Jefferson, and if they beat Stanford at home, they can get themselves in position for a #1 seed.
They got a big man that can stand in there against Martin, too, that Lauren Woods kid. That's the one thing you're going to need to beat Cincinnati, I think. Dick, is some size down on a low block.
Yeah, you got somebody that can challenge him.
Right.
Negate his effectiveness, but you're right when you talk about he's got a certain air about him that you can just see cockiness.
Absolutely.
He's got the Muhammad Ali strut. And I say that in a very positive way because Muhammad Ali was one of my favorites.
It's going to take a big-time effort to beat this team.
I agree with you. There's no question. I did the game when they lost to Xavier. And Xavier, Skip Ross's club, played with so much emotion that night, made some big shots, hit some big threes, and the Queen City was rocking. You should have seen that rivalry, Brent.
Oh, yeah. That's one of the better ones now.
Oh, it was so exciting here.
Burnham brings it down for DePaul.
One thing about these kids from DePaul, they reflect Pat Kennedy in a way that they keep challenging, working, and battling. Just like that.
By Cincinnati. We're going to take a break now. The ABC Sports coverage of NCAA basketball presented by Payne Weber returns after this message and a word from our ABC station.
We need a car?
A minivan.
No.
An SUV.
With leather.
Blue.
Green.
Bluish green.
Introducing Autotrader.com with 1.5 million used cars updated daily. It's the biggest, best used car site on the planet.
Now we need insurance.
And a loan.
Autotrader.com. Your car is waiting.
Michelin would like to remind you, there's only one safety feature on the road that actually touches the road. Michelin, because so much is riding on your tires.
If you can't stop here, stop here for genuine Midas brakes. Now just $69.95 after rebate. Guaranteed nationwide for as long as you own your car. Next stop, go Midas.
Time is an important factor for all of our fleet customers. They want that vehicle back on the road as quickly as possible.
Fleet customer is looking for prompt service from the time he pulls up on the lot until the time he leaves.
We have over 100 stores in the Chicagoland area.
No matter if the vehicle is a fleet or personally owned vehicle or a lease vehicle, it should be maintained in accordance with the manufacturer's recommendations.
Jiffy Lube is one of the most fleet-friendly organizations there are in terms of automotive service.
Valentine dinner date? Forget the roses. Give her a diamond or two and add a little sparkle to the evening. This Valentine's Day, let a diamond show your heart's in the right place.
No place but service merchandise.
All diamonds up to 50% off your Valentine. And from your heart to hers, a 1-carat diamond heart pendant. Now only $199.90, just in time for Valentine's Day. Shop in-store, by phone, or online.
No place but service merchandise.
Teaching parents to be good sports, Tuesday at 10.
Dick Vitale, this could be a tough setback for DePaul when you look at that future schedule.
Well, I'll tell you one thing, at Marquette's not going to be easy. Tom Crean's done a heck of a job with that program. And then you get the situation, a game with Louisville, and that's a big one. There's not a cupcake right there. And they got to win several more games. I mean, they're just not a lock yet for the NCAA. They got a great opportunity. It's going to be in their hands.
And they've struggled here today. Richardson's only 2 of 11, looking for his 12th shot. Got it. He is now 3 of 12.
Maryland Temple, what a battle that is. Maryland coming off that emotional win over Duke. Temple really playing brilliantly. In fact, they went through a stretch. 7 teams did not score 50 or more points against that matchup zone of John Chaney, who belongs in the Hall of Fame.
Just second that. Tate is fouled. Richardson seems just a little gimpy right now.
I think really what's happened, his real pride has been really destroyed. He was pumped up to have a big game. They've been playing really well. The last 3 games, really an impressive style. And right out of the gate, Peter Michael established a tone for this by locking him up. Look at Bobby, come on, smile one time. Look at Pete. Pete he says, don't call me Peter. My name is Pete. I said, I'll call you King Peter.
Out of bounds. 20-point difference right now. That's why Michael's resting there on the bench. 6:46 to go.
Such a fighter, I tell you. You talk about a fighter. Bobby Huggins is a street fighter. He'd like a shot with the Ohio State Buckeyes. For some reason, they can't make that game happen. And everybody would want it, I'll tell you.
The last time they played was in the national championship game, okay? When Ed Jucker beat them. That is the last time. They have not played since 1962.
I know.
The last time they played during the regular season was 1911 and 12. Come on, now they got a nice, new, beautiful arena up there in Columbus.
Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous.
What would fill it any better than a nice home and home with Cincinnati?
It's gorgeous. It should kick off the season. In fact,
Absolutely.
I'll go one step further. There's 4 games that should happen. Purdue and Notre Dame, Georgetown and Maryland, Illinois and DePaul, Cincinnati, Ohio State. And everybody should set their egos aside. The players want it. The alumni want it. The fans would love it. The media would love it. It would give me more games to do. And my wife would love it because I'd be out of the house. She wouldn't have to put up with me. Oh, I just let all the fans suffer to have to put up with me. I want to say I'm sorry to all you fans who I get on your case sometimes and I bother you because I talk too much and I'm too loud and I'm sometimes arrogant. I mean, come on.
Talk too much?
But they have to say one thing.
I can't imagine anybody thinking that, my good friend.
But I've never lost my enthusiasm.
That's for sure. That's for sure. Out of bounds, and it goes over.
And watch the opening of the ESPYs. That's all I ask you to do, Mr.
I'll be there.
I'm nervous. I'm nervous. Oh, am I nervous on that opening? Our producer down there, Fred Godelli's got me doing something I cannot believe, and I can't tell you what it is, but I am nervous. Look at Satterfield. He's not nervous. He's not nervous when the rock's in his hand.
You know what some guy just mentioned to me? Maybe Siegfried and Roy will make him disappear.
I know a lot of people don't like that.
6-0-6.
Look at Pat. He's upset. He is upset.
Yeah. Well, you know, we've talked a lot about being #1 in top seed Cincinnati. But you know, folks, over the last 5 years, on this date, the top-ranked team hasn't done much. Take a look at that. Go back to UConn in '95. They didn't do it. UMass couldn't get it done. Kansas got knocked out fast. North Carolina went to the Final Four, and then Duke went all the way to the championship game before losing. So that brings us to Cincinnati. Can this team, ranked #1 on this date, win the championship?
Oh, they can win the championship, no doubt about it. But also, because of the setup of the NCAA tournament, Brent, where you got that one-game scenario, the three-point shot, if they're going to get beat, somebody's going to have to be hot from the three-point line, have a big guy to negate inside Mr. Martin. If that can happen, they can get upset.
No, we can see what has happened to them the last 5 years, all right?
Wow.
And where they were 18-2 and #6 on this date 5 years ago. And we'll see what happens to them this year. They are going to be the hunted, so to speak. They're going to be the Duke of a year ago inside the pass, and I believe that was Williams, was it, down in Simmons? Let me check that. Simmons down low. He's had a struggle today, hasn't he? 1 of 7.
And he's so talented. He's such a skilled player. This is not the real DePaul team we've seen out here, and you got to credit Cincinnati. Cincinnati's effort defensively, they really closed out DePaul, and I credit that to the initial start of Pete Michael.
No, he really got him off. Satterfield.
And this kid's been sensational.
Career day for Satterfield.
He's been the 3S man. Super scintillating, sensational.
He's 10 of 12 from the field, Vic.
Wow. When you get that kind of play out of your point guard, it just makes life so easy for everyone else on that baseline. And most great clubs, you have to have great point guard play. You look at Scooty Panner, does a phenomenal job with Ohio State, Mateen Cleaves, Michigan State. You go right down the line. Elamine, certainly, when they play well, Connecticut. And by the way, what a great win for Matt Doherty and Notre Dame. They have to win. I really believe if they win 2 or 3 more games, they are a lock for the NCAAs. They have to win a few more games. They can't afford, though, to go into a real slump and think the season's over because of the 2 W's over at Connecticut.
This is a fine coaching job in his first year.
Oh, he's got so much passion for what he does. He's got that emotion, just like Digger used to have with that carnation on when he used to come out to Notre Dame.
He also had Austin Carr as Williams puts it back.
Shoemaker, Dantley, and Tribuca. But you know what? He went out and got it. And you got to credit that he went out and got those guys. See, Digger, I'm taking care of you, but it's a one-sided street. Does he ever take care of me in the studio? John Saunders does, but Digger doesn't. This is called filler time, my friends.
They drop it in low now, and here's Kenyon on the turnaround, just like that. Knocks it down. The leading candidate for Player of the Year, 8 of 15 from the floor, 23 total points.
I don't see anybody who can challenge him for that honor. I really don't. I mean, you think about other guys having great years. Certainly Tarawell and Battier.
Hartfield on a layup. They let him have that one rather than risk a foul here at the 4-minute mark.
Marcus Fizer down at Iowa State doesn't get enough national recognition. Desmond Mason, an outstanding player nobody knows about at Oklahoma State. I mean, you think of some of these guys, Courtney Alexander, Fresno State. This kid, to me, is a lock. I got a better chance of growing some hair than somebody has of being him out for Player of the Year.
So Simmons is gone.
Not a big night for Bobby Simmons. And he and Richardson, 2 super Souths. I mean, look at this now, showing my ball dome. I mean, are you kidding me? And I pay $7.50 to get that chrome taken care of.
Simmons leaves with 1 of 7 from the floor. And a total of 4 points.
We are really getting paid for this tonight. I mean, we're having so much fun. It's dude. I mean, Sandy Koufax. I may leave you and go up there and get an autograph. Johnny Bench and Sandy Koufax.
In that same room with him.
Wow, I may run up there and get some autographs. Cincinnati's got to be
Martin are going to take the rest of the game off. Dick at 3:52. Big ovation here from the Shoe in Cincinnati. And on the day, 9 of 16, 23 points, 13 rebounds. So a double-double for the Warrior, Kenyon Martin. And we've got a timeout in Cincy.
They think the market's going to go up 20% next year. What are they?
Tickets, folks.
I'm out. I keep reading about tax-efficient investing. Should I be doing that? Everybody else seems.
Let's see. Rates are falling, inflation's low. More stocks or more bonds.
Hey. Oh, man.
This investment strategies for you. Great. Just for me and 5 million other people.
Thank you, Paine-Weber.
I've been on America Online 2 months, and it's really been a revelation for me. I thought at my age, oh, am I going to have trouble, Heather?
Just fire up that machine and off you go.
You got mail!
Bling! An instant message pops up. It's having a verbal chat electronically.
I expect to get more and more messages as soon as some of my friends go on America Online. It opened up a new world.
The single most important reason to have America Online is to keep me in touch with the people I love.
Need a car?
There's a whole new way to shop for a used car.
No, a convertible. A red one. With under 15,000 miles.
Introducing Autotrader.com. With 1.5 million used cars updated daily, it's the biggest, best used car site on the planet.
You couldn't help me with a loan, could you? Can we help you?
Autotrader.com. Your car is waiting.
Hey, did you get
get them brakes at Pep Boys?
Yeah, I did.
I appreciate it.
Pep Boys for quality parts and brake service from $69.99. No rebate necessary.
Pep Boys.
Cars like us.
People love us.
NCAA basketball presented by Payne Weber on ABC Sports. Brought to you by Payne Weber. Thank you, Payne Weber. Beck's, a beer apart. And Autotrader.com, the biggest, best used car site on the planet.
March Madness approaches, and we see the top-ranked team in the country, and certainly they're going to stay there after this impressive performance. 42 straight wins in Cincinnati now, 345 and counting, 79-55. And they've dominated DePaul at both ends of the floor, especially Quentin Richardson has struggled here today against them. The Star is 3 of 13 now from the floor for DePaul.
I'll tell you an interesting matchup, Stanford and Cincinnati. Stanford has got physical players on the inside. They're very tenacious. They got guys that are really battle like you cannot believe, are mentally tough. That would be one heck of a basketball game.
Let's go back to the top, where we pointed out this would be the matchup between the two superstars here today. One flourishes and the other struggles.
It's been an M&M, total mismatch, total mismatch. Even though they didn't play head-to-head, and the reason is right at the free throw line, because he helped his buddy Martin out by locking up the Q-man, Quentin Richardson. But this is one talented young man who I really believe, if he's wise and listens to the right people and understands that he needs a little bit more of the college game to develop his skills, he'll be better off for it.
Well, all they had to do is watch Kenyon Martin here today.
Exactly, perfect example. Chris Carrawell, another example. And then you think about so many guys I mentioned earlier. You look at the 3 stars of the game today.
Career high for the freshman from the Bronx, Satterfield, with 23 points and 4 assists.
When you excel on the perimeter with Satterfield, on the wing with Michael, and in the lane with Martin, you can't get beat. You excel in all the 3 important areas of the floor.
Exactly.
Right, Brad Doherty, when you cover those 3 areas?
Williams low. Final 3 minutes. Stokes on the floor. They'll just milk seconds off that clock now. Blocked. DePaul, and a reminder, Tuesday night, Super Tuesday, if you will, on ESPN, 2 dandies. Speaking of the Buckeyes, Ohio State against Michigan State. Doesn't get any better than that in the Big Ten. And then Florida against Arkansas in the SEC. Dick, let me ask you about sophomore Mike Miller. Went from Dakota down to Florida. How's he doing down there?
Well, you know, an outstanding talent, but it's been a little bit up and down offensively. Didn't have a good game yesterday, and they lost in overtime after blowing a 14-point lead to Tennessee.
Tap back and in.
But he's a real talent. Rebounds well, had 18 off the glass against Kentucky in a big win. They're a different team, Florida. Their personality's different away from home.
It was Leonard Stokes, Dick, the freshman from Buffalo, contributing that time for Cincinnati.
Came in with a big-time reputation, player of the year, state of New York.
Here he comes again. Well, he got in there quickly, too, and made another hoop, looking good.
He wants some playing time. He wants some PT. He said, I better impress the coach.
Got to make the most of your chances. Tully, the 3.
He can shoot it.
Yes,
he knocked one down in the first half as well, Tully. Specialist to knock that 3 down. Pat Kennedy's still working that sideline. We get these kids to bounce back.
So Temple, 64, Maryland 58. We will have Temple in here next Sunday. That's when you might want to check out.
Well,
Temple against Cincinnati, huh?
Temple beat them last year in the NCAA tournament. Temple will come in. They will not be intimidated with Sanchez at the point and then inside with guys like Barnes and Lyde and Karcher. That's going to be one heck of a matchup.
Here's McPherson from behind his back.
McPherson had a shoulder injury that really curtailed.
Cincinnati's schedule here, Dick, and we can see they go to Houston this week before the Temple game. Then they close out at DePaul, the rematch.
Yeah, at DePaul, I can't wait for that matchup because DePaul, with that place packed, going bananas, certainly a different team at home. They beat them there last year, 61-60. Hey, Bobby Huggins, his last time his team lost at home, it was an upset in the NIT preseason to Arizona State. They got beat by Arizona State back in 1997. November 27th.
Hey, what time tomorrow night do you fly through the air with the greatest of ease? I didn't give it away. What time do you open that show tomorrow night?
All I know
there
is
he comes again, Stokes.
Nice pass.
And underneath, B.J. Grove, the freshman from Cincinnati, contributes.
They're all getting a chance to get in the stat book.
Baker.
Oh, yeah, wave it off.
On the rim, they're going to wave that off.
Wave it off. How the ESPY's
hang it. It was Avery hanging on the rim.
The ESPY's tomorrow will be on at 8 o'clock Eastern time. When I get a chance, I'm going to run around with my autograph book. I mean, they're all going to be there, all the supers. My daughter called me today. They were ecstatic. They were in a shoe shop yesterday in Vegas, and they ran into Celine Dion. I got a picture with her.
Was she getting an award for golf?
Oh, I don't know if she's going to be at the ESPY. She was down in Vegas shopping.
Loose. And Cincinnati hustles with Dissinger going to the floor for a loose ball, and they'll bring down the final 30 seconds with 5 on the shot right now. They've got to realize it didn't recycle. Stokes misses.
It's great to see kids like Dissinger out there, and certainly Stokes getting some playing time. Bobby Huggins has to be pleased with the effort today. They rebounded, they defended, they executed offensively, got great point guard play. Take a look right now. It'll go to 42 in a row. Auburn with 29.
Chasing Utah, huh?
Or Utes. Nick Majerus, what a job he's done with that program. We'll hear his name with so many jobs again at the end of the year. All Cincinnati, Mr. Musburger. It's been all Cincinnati. Oh, a little showtime.
Person says if Francis can do it in that rookie game last night, I'll give you a little show. Too little, too late. It is all Cincinnati. 87-64. The Bearcats stay #1. And John Saunders, they were impressive here today, my friend. Take it away.
Brand impressive indeed, and Digger, if there's any question that this is the #1 team in the nation, you and I have seen a lot of basketball this year, not just in the studio, but at the games as well. And Cincinnati clearly seems to be the only team that's a notch above.
And the reason why is the leadership of Logan and Satterfield when they need it. But Kenyon Martin was a force early in the game. They end up in the first half 25-13 on the boards. The second half, you see Kenyon Martin, quick double-double, 14-11. And yet Quentin Richardson starts the game going 2 for 12 after 30 minutes. They never got into a way of trying to win on the road. And the fact is, they just don't have the board strength to go up against this tough Cincinnati team.
And DePaul, a team that started out so strong this year, now struggling a little bit. They have some big wins, but just the same, this is a team that might have to knock off a few more to be sure of being in the tournament.
Well, when you don't have the rebounders, John, you've just got to figure other ways to win. You mix your defenses. Maybe you got to go full court. Lance Williams with that foot injury never got back into a rhythm this year. And when you got a guy that size with 14 points, 8 rebounds a game, he's never gotten his offense or defense going.
All right, so Cincinnati has the big win. We're going to bring you in for some bonus coverage. Maryland and Temple in the final seconds, and Temple trying to hold them off.
We welcome those of you that have been watching Cincinnati and DePaul. Thrilling game here in Philadelphia as Nicholas hits a huge 3. But time running out on Maryland, and now they mix it up a little bit. A game of runs in the first half, back and forth. It ended at 30-30 at halftime. Temple's come out. Their great defensive pressure has forced 24 Maryland turnovers. And they've turned up the heat offensively as well. They lead it 70-65. Lamont Barnes, a big reason, Larry Conley.
Yeah, they've had a lot of different heroes in this basketball game. Lamont Barnes has been one of them. Right there you can see Lynn Greer has been one. His outside shooting has been outstanding. Mark Karcher, he's done a little bit of everything. Outside shooting and inside work. A lot of heroes, a lot of trophies to pass around in this game for the Owls.
6-point Temple lead. Lamont Barnes has led the way with 23. Mark Karcher's had 18. Lynn Greer, all his 14 points in the second half. And here's Wadley with his first 2 points of the second half. They come at a good time. 21.6 is all that's left. And Temple leads by 7. Greer going to foul Blake.
Smart foul. It's only their 6th. Maryland will just take the ball out.
Payne Weber post-game report. We'll follow our game. Temple. Oh, and now we got a little bit of fisticuffs going right in front of us between Wadley and Dixon. Bob Donato steps in and says, I don't think we're going to have any of that, guys. We've only got 18 seconds left in this thing. So Temple looks like they're going to win their 12th of their last 13 games. One of the hottest teams in the country, one of the best defensive teams in the country. And Maryland, all the enthusiasm and the joy of the Wednesday night upset of Duke on the road and trying to win back-to-back games against ranked teams on the road for the first time in 6 years. It ain't going to happen.
But for Temple, a chance, an opportunity to really move up in the seeding if they can win their next two. Looks like they're going to get this first one.
And Miller with a foul. 26 Maryland turnovers in this game. Temple plays defense, they play defense, and then they play some more defense. And they're going to win it and go to 18-4. They have not lost at home all year. This will be 20 straight, dating back to last season that they've won on their home floor. And John's not done coaching yet. There's their record 7.6 seconds from now. And this one will be a huge win when they look at those quality wins when it's time to seed the NCAA tournament.
You're reading my mind. I was getting ready to say the same thing. Quality wins. This one, and then they've got Dayton at Dayton, and they've got a match with Cincinnati next week.
Dayton and Cincinnati, it's a big week. But this is quite a way to start it, isn't it?
Indeed it is.
73-65. Karcher steals the inbound. How fitting is that? They'll cross-court it to Pepe Sanchez, and Temple has beaten Maryland. Final score, John Cheney's Temple Owls go to 18-4 with a 73-65 win over number 22 Maryland. Final score, 73-65. Back to John and Digger for the Payne Weber postgame report.